Hi there, thanks for tuning in. My name is Abby Lee. I'm the creator of SPLOOT News. Today we're going to be doing 2 nail cutting methods. So for this little project, you will need a few items, which I'll show you in a moment. And you also need a participant, not necessarily a willing participant, but a participant nonetheless. So I'm going to be showing you guys 2 different ways to trim your hedgehog's nails. One of them is called the smoosh method. This is a very popular method. I use it frequently. The other is a method that I don't really know if it has a name. I call it the towel method. I do this after I give Noodle a bath. I don't really trim her nails in the bath, but I will trim her nails sometimes after the bath, and I'll show you what that looks like. So let's get started. I'm going to collect our tools and our participant, and then I'll show you how I trim my hedgehog's nails. Okay, so for nail trimming, I've laid out a few items. Because you have a few options available to you. One of them might be a little bit more required than others. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. The first thing that I have here is worms. We have some mealworms, 50 count of them. There's some hiding down in there. I normally gut load my worms. I just happen to take out their water and their bell pepper before filming this video because mold prevention is key. So, to make your participant a little bit more willing, mealworms are helpful. When I trim Noodle's nails, I just use regular, LOL. I just use regular nail trimmers. This is mostly because I have relatively poor eyesight. And so, my eyesight's really bad. So it's really easy for me to see this up close. It's easy for me to see where I'm trimming. You can also use something like manicure scissors. I used to use these on Noodle before I got an extra pair of clippers before I got these. So you can use manicure scissors. Just make sure that you sanitize them every single time you use them for hedgehog nail trimming, if you also use them for yourself. Because I also use these on my eyebrows to trim my eyebrows. So it was always really important to sanitize them when using them for that purpose. It's not what we're going to be using today, but I just wanted to let you know that you do have some options. Let me go grab our nail trimming model, and I'll be right back. As you can see, Noodle has, okay, she's attacking the tongs because she knows what they mean. So the first thing I'm going to do is give her a couple of worms. Oops. Her little nail is caught on the blanket. Perfect example of why you need to trim your hedgehog's nails, huh? So I'm going to give her a couple of worms. Because first of all, I want her to be comfortable and happy, and second of all, can you hang on, little monster? Look, here. You have one right here. There's one. You eat him. Good. And the second thing is I want her to associate nail trimming. Do not walk off the counter, please, ma'am. I want her to have positive associations with nail trimming and with me as much as possible. So clearly she's going to attack anything that smells like worms. Here you go. I gave you another one. He's right here. He's moving. You better get him before he goes away. Look, silly hog, you're missing him. Look, he's right there. Oh my gosh. She's such a bad hunter. She would never make it in the wild. Newbie. Oh. Good job. Okay. So now let's actually trim some nails. All right. Now, first we're going to do the smoosh method. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but sometimes you can do the smoosh method with 2 people. It involves smooshing your hedgehog against your chest, and ideally there might be another individual to grab a footsie and clip. But there's only one of me, right? So I kind of do an adjusted smoosh method. She's like obsessed with my hair right now because hedgehogs like to eat hair. So kiss me, baby. Okay, so I kind of do an adjusted smoosh method where I aim, to have her little back leggy sticking out like so. I know it's terrible to have your nails trimmed, isn't it? It's terrible to be loved and groomed and taken care of. It's awful. I know. Truly, truly, truly a crime. Yeah. Sometimes I'll switch her around to the front, see if she's more pliable there. If so, we grab, we place, and we try again. All right. Newbie. Newbie. It's okay. It's okay, baby. We do this all the time. And you know that it doesn't hurt. Come here. Oh, you're being so baddie. You're being so baddie. Yeah, but I understand. It's scary. You don't understand what's going on. I know. Okay. Whoop. Let's see here. Come here. Newbie. Whoop. Come on. Give me a toe or a footsie. Good job. I don't know. You're not going to give it to me? Okay, good, good, good. So now, all right. So let's see if I can get a footy noodle. All right. Gosh, we're bad at demonstrating the smoosh method clearly because this is not the method we always use, but it works for some. So we're gonna grab, place. Can I see that toe, please? And trim. Good job. And then she'll need to wiggle around and get comfortable and, you know. So then while she's doing that, I might look for a back foot. Can I have a back foot? Can I have a back foot? Thank you. Grab, place, clip. Now, my goal today is really just to trim one paw or just the longest nails that she has. Something that's important to note is that hedgehogs are never going to really like nail trimming unless you just have some kind of miracle bonding situation going on. So notice as soon as I stop trimming, she's immediately more calm. Even though she still is a little wiggly. She's trying to get back up in my hair, I think. So when you're trimming nails, you can just aim to trim one paw at a time, two paws at a time, couple nails at a time, whatever is feasible for you. If you find yourself going, just give me your foot, just give me your foot, just let me get it, then probably you're both in a situation where you're frustrated and stressed out and you might want to give it a rest. I think it's best not to strain your relationship with your hedgehog. You know, as long as their nails aren't overgrown, you can totally do this every couple of days, rotate a paw every day. They really probably need to be trimmed once a week, once every other week, depending on how much your hedgehog's nails grow. They grow pretty fast, but some are faster than others. So just keep an eye out. What you don't want is nails that are so long they're curving downward. Particularly, they curve downward on Noodle's front paws, which I assume is standard for most hedgehogs. Ma'am. So, and you don't want them to be so long that they're getting stuck in fabric or that they're getting poop underneath them. That's really gross and could cause some serious problems for your hedgehog. So next I'm going to show you what I call the towel method. I'm usually more successful with it, more so than the smoosh method, which you just saw, which makes her pretty wiggly. So this is what I call the towel method. Now normally we do this, thank you for the shake, little dog. Normally we do this after she's had a bath. Today she's not getting a bath, we're just doing it for the purposes of this video. So when she's had a bath, what she likes to do is snuggle up in a towel, right? It's nice and dark and soft in there. It gives her a place to kind of feel more secure than like in the light smushed against my chest. So what I'll do is I'll let her dig, and while she's doing that, I'll just reach in and grab a foot. Like so. So that paw is mostly trimmed. I trimmed her nails not too terribly long ago, so they don't desperately need a trim, although some of them are, of course, longer than others. Now I'm reaching for a front paw. Don't know how well you can see, obviously, because she's buried in the towel, but you get the idea. As she moves, I just try to look at the booty. As she moves, I just try to grab paws as she moves around. And as you can see, for me, that's already a little bit quicker. I've already gotten like 3 or 4 nails trimmed, whereas I got like 1 or 2 trimmed. with the smoosh method. But again, it doesn't, you know, I'm not saying the smoosh method is bad. It works for some people. Some people, you know, maybe their hedgehogs like being held that way. Noodle is not one of those hogs. Hey, can I have that front paw, please? Thank you. Oh, you gave it to me and then you take it away. Oh, hello. Hello. Can I see that footy? Oh, you know that you're just fine. You know that. This one really needs to be trimmed, okay? Yeah, a couple of her nails on this front paw are like longer than I thought. So I just want to make it clear that I'm like not hurting her. So what I'm not doing is grabbing her paw and wrenching it around, or, you know, trying to put her in some kind of like, I don't know, arm bar type situation. Like, I'm being pretty gentle with her. So I will hold her arm and she'll kind of wiggle. You know, if it seems she's twisting herself, I'll let her go. So you do want to make sure that you're not hurting your hedgehog in any way. I think that's pretty good for now. So we've accomplished what I think we reasonably can for today. And so I just want to let Noodle know that the pain, the horror is over. So I'll give her a little worm and say, thank you for doing a good job. Thank you. And I won't give her a kiss because she would not like that. But I'm gonna go put her back in her cage. So as you can see, those are two methods that you can use to trim your hedgehog's nails. Your hedgehog is probably never gonna like this process, so just be patient. I think that good nail trimming technique starts every single day with bonding. So Noodle and I spend time together almost every day. You know, I'll put her in bed with me at night, let her crawl around. I'll hold her while I'm doing work or watching a television show, you know, reading, whatever it might be. I'm a writer, so I'll hold her while I type. So those are good ways that you can make nail trimming a little bit easier. You know, bonding with your hedgehog is fun and cute, but it's also an investment. It makes things that are not necessarily so fun a little bit easier to handle. If you have an older hedgehog, or if you've rescued a hedgehog from a not so great situation, these things are probably going to take longer. So be patient. It's not uncommon for it to take several weeks, maybe even more, to be able to trim your hedgehog's nails. Noodle certainly was horrible about it at first. She was a rescue and she was about a year old when she came to me, and some things were really difficult because she hadn't really been handled much. So don't let it discourage you. It's not that your hedgehog doesn't like you or that it will never happen. It just means that, you know, maybe they're a little bit more nervous than others and they need time to understand your intentions. She's like still now, so now I'm gonna go put her back in her cage so that she can finish sleeping for the rest of the day. Now it's getting on into the evening, so she'll be up soon. And thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. SPLOOT News is a monthly newsletter for hedgehog owners and lovers about care, research, information. It's compiled by me. As always, keep in mind that SPLOOT News is not a replacement for veterinary advice. And even videos like this, you know, are not a replacement for good vetting. So make sure that you're doing your own research. You know, no one person or newsletter can be liable for your care choices that you make for your hedgehog. So keep that in mind, do your research. Make sure that you understand and learn as much as possible. Continuing to educate yourselves about hedgehogs is very important. And don't forget that, you know, worst case scenario, there may be the vet that you normally take your hedgehog to may be able to trim your hedgehog's nails as well. So if you have just, you know, a hedgie, that poor buddy, he just really can't get down with he just can't get with it. Don't worry about it too much. Ask your vet if they can help you out with that. If it comes to anesthesia, you know what I mean? If it comes to like giving them gas and making them go to sleep, you know, if they're doing another procedure, like if your hedgehog is getting a checkup or an x-ray or whatever, they might be able to clean your hedgehog's ears and trim their nails while they are under anesthesia. They have certainly cleaned Noodle's ears out because she had a lot of wax in them, and that was when they were doing an x-ray, so she was going to be asleep anyway. So you can talk to your vet about those things if you her little face, she's peeking, she do a peep. Anyway, so you can ask your vet for help with those things sometimes as well. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have a great day. And yeah, keep doing your research. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching this video and trying to do something great for your hog. I think that's really important. We'll talk to you soon.